Looking across the Mountain State now, increased testing is being credited with better COVID-19 numbers in West Virginia. But tragically, 6 more people have died since Friday from the coronavirus in the state. However, West Virginia is now averaging 6,000 tests per day. Now, because of that sharp increase, Kanawha County identified 85 positive cases last week that may have gone undetected. Kanawha is the most populous county in the state, and all the negative results dropped it to the gold level on the state schools map.
It is really important that we continue to test, and we've tested about 1/3 of our state's population in quantity, but we really want to get those numbers up 7,000 to 8,000 tests per day. So West Virginia are doing really well.
West Virginia is offering dozens of free testing locations across the state over the next 2 weeks. For the complete list, go to dhhr.wv.gov. And all new tonight, the West Virginia Education Association has filed an injunction to challenge the safety of Governor Jim Justice's school reentry map. WVEA President Dale Lee says they want a new system. The organization alleges the most recent changes were made to create the illusion of a green map, and that does not mean it is safe to return to class. They also claim some schools don't have enough PPE, and the wearings of facial coverings appear lax in some buildings. You can read much more over on our website, WTRF.com. Well, 7 News is your local election headquarters, and United Steelworkers with Weirton Local 9211 say they want a governor who cares about them, and they believe that's not Governor Jim Justice. They now endorse gubernatorial Democratic nominee Ben Salango on the premise he will provide more jobs with better wages to the Northern Panhandle. 7 News reporter Stephanie Grinley was at the roundtable meeting in Weirton today with why USW is disappointed with the current handling of jobs.
Shelby, Salango says if Brooke County wants to see their natural gas power plant to fruition, then West Virginia needs to change up the governor, implying Governor Justice is solely concerned with the coal industry. On the topic of the Brooke County power plant that's proposed to bring jobs upon jobs,
Justice was against it until I was in favor of it, and so then he flip-flopped, as he's prone to do. But we all know that because it's not a coal-fired power plant, that he's going to drop it after the election if he wins.
We think Jim Justice has forgot about the Northern Panhandle, one area, two, that he's a coal operator, and if you look at his last three and a half years in his there, that his decisions have been mostly coal-based and not based on the manufacturing jobs that we have not only here in this region but across the state.
During Salango's campaign, he says he's visited the Northern Panhandle tenfold the times of his competition. And if elected, today won't be his last visit for the year. So party aside, has Governor Justice forgot about Weirton or Wheeling workers?
He's been somewhat of a disappointment to me because he was here once when he was running, and he hasn't done. At that point, he was actually a Democrat, and he switched parties. And but that doesn't mean that much to me. What means a great deal is he helping our membership. Is he helping our retirees?
Among those in the room, Democrat Senator William Illenfeld said he sees Governor Justice working with only one party, but like others at the table, he believes Salango will work with both.
We've got to make sure that we're focusing on good-paying jobs, education, broadband, and rural health care. I mean, all over the state of West Virginia, our hospitals are closing, and we've got a governor who's done nothing about it.
Now next week, Salango will face off Governor Justice in a debate where the governor will have a chance to rebuttal some of these accusations thrown his way on what he has accomplished for West Virginia in the past 4 years. Governor Justice has also said numerous times he supports the Brooke County power plant. But for now, live in the 7 Newsroom, I'm Stephanie Grinley, working for you.
Stephanie, thanks. Former Ohio County teacher Elizabeth Harbert is facing a new charge of sexual abuse in the first degree, this time in Marshall County. A new hearing is being rescheduled, but they don't have a time just yet. Harbert pleaded guilty to sexual assault in the 3rd degree in August of 2019. You may remember the case started with a civil lawsuit filed by one of Harbert's former students. We will keep you updated on this new charge when more information is available. Now for a look at that forecast, it was a cooler day out there today, but plenty of sunshine certainly made up for that across the Ohio Valley. And if you're looking for fall, well, you're in for a treat because today was absolutely gorgeous. Here's a live look right now over Moundsville. So will it be this beautiful for the rest of the week? Well, let's check in with Storm Tracker 7 Chief Meteorologist Dr. Dave Walker to find that out. Doc.
Well, Shelby, I have been getting a few complaints about how cool it's been lately, and fortunately, we're going to be a lot warmer tomorrow afternoon. At this point, our Storm Tracker 7 live, New Lacey Doppler radar quiet. No rain, snow, sleet, or hail anywhere nearby. There are gale warnings out for Lake Michigan and up until Lake Superior. Temperature-wise, we're in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. Winds have been out of the west and northwest at about 4 to 8 miles an hour. And as I go through the overnight, we're expecting mostly clear skies, cool and dry conditions getting down into the low 40s. But tomorrow, instead of struggling to hit 60, we will struggle and maybe, just maybe, we'll hit the big 7-0. 7-day forecast will feature a nice weather even for the 7th week of high school football. We'll have more about that in a couple of minutes. Let's head back to Shelby for now.
Doc, thanks. Still to come on 7 News, kids interested in law enforcement will now have a chance to check out the criminal justice system close up. A look at the new local program when we return. Welcome back to 7 News. Some good news for people interested in law enforcement. Belmont County Sheriff's Office announced a law enforcement exploring program. The law enforcement program is a cadet-style academy and will teach in-depth training, mentoring, and hands-on experience in law enforcement and the criminal justice system. The hands-on program is for young men and women who have completed the 8th grade and are at least 14 years old and under the age of 21. Sheriff Dave Lucas says an important factor is getting the kids in the community involved.
I've always said my whole career, we're not a good police, or I'm not a good police officer unless the community is behind me. So our agency here, the Sheriff's Office, we need our community, we need our people, and we need our kids involved too.
The Sheriff's Office will be holding an open house and recruiting event for people interested from 5 to 8 p.m. on October 6th at the Belmont County Sheriff's Office substation located at the back side of the Ohio Valley Mall.